Good afternoon, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for Thursday, August 21, 2025. And in the news this afternoon, all 9 escapees back in custody after St. Andrew jailbreak. A day after 9 inmates brazenly breached the confinement at the St. Andrew North Police Division headquarters and made an escape, 8 were back in custody up to last night. The 9th was reportedly held early this morning. The island-wide manhunt for the men yielded success early Wednesday and took investigators to 3 police divisions: St. Catherine North, St. Andrew South, and Trelawney. By 7:30 a.m., the Jamaica Constabulary Force reported that 19-year-old Richard Bishop of an Olympic Way address, who is charged with burglary and larceny, was captured in the St. Andrew South Division. At 10:30 a.m., a second report from the JCF indicated that 23-year-old Talik Chambers of a Burlington Avenue address, charged with identity theft, was captured. The police say Chambers was held in the St. Catherine North Division. More success for the police was reported by 1 p.m. when 3 of the escapees were held in the Trelawney Police Division. They are 31-year-old Junior Barnes of an Iron River address, 27-year-old Brandon Ennis of a Belvedere address, and 25-year-old Kamal Kelly of a Mannings Hill address. They are respectively charged with possession of prohibited weapon and unauthorized ammunition, possession of a prohibited weapon, and assault at common law, and using a firearm to commit a scheduled offense. At 7 p.m., the police reported that 25-year-old Don Q. Douglas was captured. He is charged with wounding with intent, shooting with intent, and malicious destruction of property. Sometime after 9 p.m., news came in that Free Messias, 18, of Pinto, Stony Hill, St. Andrew, charged with rape, had been taken into custody. The police said that around 1:30 this morning, Alonzo Espute, 19, of Cassava Peace, Kingston 8, who is charged with murder, was brought into the Yellows Police Station by a relative from the Aolos Valley area. The news was first to report early Tuesday that 9 men escaped custody at the lockup. Reports are that the men cut open an area at the Constant Spring Police Station lockup. An alarm was raised after routine checks were made, and the men discovered missing sometime after 1 a.m. One of the escapees, 46-year-old David Roden, of a Malvern Avenue address, was recaptured moments after he escaped. Sources told the news that the police were short-staffed and the lockup was overcrowded, which could not be ignored as factors that led to the men managing to escape. Mother Love arrested after allegedly promoting violence on TikTok. A man seen in a now viral video promoting violence on social media has been arrested and charged, police say. Head of the St. Elizabeth Police, Superintendent Coleridge Minto, has confirmed that Giovanni Skeen, also called Mother Love, a close vendor of Marlborough District in Balaclava, St. Elizabeth, was charged with the use of audiovisual communication to promote violence. The video in question reportedly showed the Skeen saying that if his candidate of choice does not win in the upcoming general election, he would cause violence to ensue in the affected region. Posted to his TikTok page, it captured his use of phrases such as, "If we no win, we're gonna turn the world in a Haiti, pure Big Matic and rifle, and me we murder people for me party." Subsequent to the first video, Skeen posted another 5-minute video online seeking to justify his earlier comments. "When me say fi turn Jamaica in a Haiti, me no mean fi use no gun and kill nobody," he said, instead pointing to injustices he said he had observed. "Why me say me want Jamaica or the whole world turn in a Haiti? How much people out there were poor and a suffer, no have no house, no business, no work. The people them forget work," he said. The vendor, however, refused to apologize for his earlier comments. As a result of the initial post on Wednesday, August 20, 2025, the police carried out a targeted operation in the Balaclava community, where Skeen was seen and detained. He was then taken into custody and later charged. Knight files a lawsuit against Tufton. Former Senator and Cabinet Minister K.D. Knight has followed through on his threat to file a lawsuit against Health Minister and the Jamaica Labour Party campaign chairman for allegedly defaming him during a JLP mass rally held in Halfway Tree, St. Andrew on August 10. Documents released to the media show that the suit was filed in the Supreme Court on Wednesday by attorneys from Knight's law firm Knight Jr. and Samuels. The claim states that Tufton falsely, recklessly, and maliciously and/or without reasonable probable cause published and/or caused to be published a manipulated audio recording purportedly to be that of the claimant in which defamatory words were spoken. It notes that the recording played was wholly false and malicious, as the claimant has never said those words and in such order in any forum, either privately or publicly. It says the thousands who attended the rally or tuned in via live broadcast on traditional and social media were deliberately misled by the recording that the claimant's view was that the People's National Party President, Mark Golding, was unfit to become Prime Minister of Jamaica. The lawsuit charges that Tufton failed to do all that was necessary to verify the authenticity of the recording and that he failed to apologize for and withdraw the defamatory statements even after being written to by Knight's attorneys. The claim states that the defendant prejudiced the right of the claimant to enjoy a good character, breached his freedom of expression, and trespassed on his right to participate in free and fair elections. Knight is seeking, among other things, damages for defamation, including exemplary and aggravated damages, vindicatory damages, and a cost. Knight Jr. and Samuels had issued a letter demanding a formal public apology and a retraction from Tufton by 10 a.m. Friday, August 15, warning that complying would not halt legal proceedings but could mitigate the damage. However, Tufton has stood by the authenticity of the clip and has indicated that he would not be apologizing. Speaking at a JLP press conference a day before the deadline, he confirmed he had heard of the legal threats and said his legal team is prepared to respond and potentially countersue. Guys, thank you for watching. See you this evening at 6 p.m. for another news update.